Alright guys, so what is going on? It's Robo here, and I've got a pretty important update with regards to the Ghost and Skulls Easter egg. The third and fourth skull steps have been found. Now if you don't know what's going on here, I'm going to kind of recap and give you an idea of what is going on with this Easter egg. Essentially, there is a game in the arcade named Ghost and Skulls which requires 6 coins to play. Previously, there had only been 2 steps found, until today the third and fourth step has been found. So to recap, the first skull is gotten by popping all of these balloons in spawn. It doesn't particularly matter how you do so, as long as you pop them you should hear a sound and you can move on to the next step of actually finding these skulls located around the map. So once you have popped those balloons in spawn, the next step requires you to look around the map on certain letters for these skulls. Now, these skulls are going to appear on the letters G-H-O-S-T in that order. It spells the word ghost. I'm not going to go into all of the particular locations right now. I will be having a complete guide when the Easter egg is solved, but for now this is sort of a recap up until what we have found today. But to give you the short version, basically you just have to look on the letters G-H-O-S-T on all of these signs, then aim at the skull for a couple of seconds and it will kind of explode and pixelate, and then that will actually give you the second skull on the machine once you have found all of them, as you can see right here. Now for the new step, the third token, what you want to do is pay close attention to those numbers at the bottom of the arcade machine screen right here, and you'll notice that it says 1984, and each of those numbers are colored: green, blue, pink, and red. What you have to do is come down to the disco floor and get the corresponding number of kills while standing on the corresponding colored tile. For example, the number 1 is colored green on the machine. What you'll want to do is stand on the green tile and get 1 kill. You'll want to repeat the process for the other numbers, for example 8 kills on a blue tile, and so on. Once you have done that, you can move on to getting the fourth skull. This fourth skull is going to require you to play 5 arcade games. But not only do you have to play them, you actually have to do a specific thing on each one. For example, the satellite one here, you have to get the ball to go in the hole where the skull is hovering over. For example, in this one is hovering over the 50, so I have to get the ball to go in the 50 side. Then we can move on to the basketball game, where you will then need to just keep scoring repeatedly until the skull pops up above the timer there, and when it does, all you have to do is ring it when the skull is there. If you miss, of course, you're going to have to restart and try again, but the basketball one is pretty easy. Now keep in mind, I don't have gameplay of it here, but the cryptid attack one, where you throw the little balls at the little tin things, that one is part of this too. Now for the bowling and planets machine, this one is pretty difficult in my opinion. You don't have very long to get this skull. You have to really be very precise with your throw. I mean, if you miss, it's going to disappear, and you don't have really time to aim, so you definitely want to be practicing this one if at all possible. But also keep in mind here, this is one of the ones that will actually make you wait until the next round if you use it too much in one round. So keep in mind that if you fail too many times, you're gonna have to progress through rounds. As a matter of fact, I think all of them are like that. I'm not sure if the basketball one is, but and it's also going to be very beneficial to you if you have a teammate hold a zombie. It's pretty difficult solo, especially the water gun one. This one is probably the most difficult solo. You're definitely going to want to activate the disco trap, and with the water gun one, you're actually going to want to be pretty accurate with the water gun. You're not really able to miss at all, or you're going to end up missing that skull, and that one you only have maybe 1 or 2 tries before it says you have to come back next round. But once you have gotten the skull from each of the arcade games, you're going to be getting the skull icon on the machine, and that's going to give you the fourth one, and that is basically where everyone is at, guys. So good luck finding the next step. Of course, I will have a guide up on my channel when the actual thing is completely solved. But anyways, guys, I will see you on the next video. Peace out.